승부석 2.
Welcome back to the KeSPA Cup, the most hyped tournament all year, as we do have a foreigner entering the finals here. And it looks like we're, in fact, not going to interview Neeb after his win. We're going to wait until the finals. We do have one more semifinal to get through. It's going to be TY versus Trap. Should be an interesting one.
And, you know, this is the round of 4 that looks a lot more one-sided, right? TY crushing his teammate 3-0 in the round of 8. And, you know, TY is the natural enemy of Trap, basically, is what this says. You know, what's Trap's plan here? This Keck TV prediction rate, I don't even believe it. I guess, well, actually, I do, because Trap is possibly, like, top 3 famous StarCraft 2 players in Korea right now. He's the most fangirls and stuff, so maybe they're just voting for him. But
lots of Jenner fangirls, yeah, for sure.
I think that TY is, I mean, he's incredible in this matchup, especially in recent times. Even though if you look at the stats there, it's his worst matchup. In this tournament, he looks most dominant. He said yesterday when I interviewed him that he has a lot more strategies prepared. He's hidden a lot. He's got a lot of mind games that he's got planned. And here are going to be our maps. We're going to see Apotheosis and Galactic Process banned here. Of course, Trap will insta-first pick Gettysburg, and then Sejong being TY's best map. Not a strange thing to see there. Very normal map picks here. Galactic Process banned out instead of Dawson Station. Interesting choice here by Trap, but he does pick it last. Now, Dawson Station is not really TY's type of map to use in this matchup. He's not really the type of player to do one-base pushes or even two-base timing attacks like we've seen Maru do on said map. But for Trap, unfortunately, he just kind of has to pick it because he has the 3 picks. And then this matchup right now, these maps, these Terran maps, Frozen Temple and Dawson are so powerful. You kind of have to, in this best of 5, end up with that one at the end. And TY's best map is Sejong. It has been for years, so it's no surprise he chooses that one as well.
Yeah, very good Terran map as well. And we're taking a look at TY here. Definitely the favorite coming into this match. Trap's PvP was quite nice. Patience messing up a bit in the round of 8, I have to say, as well. But Trap playing very, very well. We had a very crazy game number 4. Definitely go ahead and check that one out after the stream if you guys are interested. I would definitely recommend that game. Trap, many people told me before this tournament started he was looking weak, he was not looking forward. All those people were wrong. He is killing it right now. Yeah, doing very well. We'll see if he can do well here against Terran player TY going into game number 1 on New Gettysburg.
뉴 게티즈버그로 떠납니다.
Welcome to New Gettysburg for map number 1 of the second semifinal matchup. Down in the bottom left, the Terran player, it is TY, the only Terran left remaining in the tournament.
His opponent to the bottom right in green has been an underdog throughout the tournament, but made it all the way to the round of 4. It is Trap. Now, Trap will be unable to scout TY's gas first build with the barracks out in the front of the map because of the placement of the depot. But he actually blind goes towards the top instead. So this is kind of a newer trend of depot blocking that we are going to see Trap already respond to. So had he made the mistake of going down on the bridge for the fast, greedy scout, he would have been totally shut down and his pro scout would have been basically worthless. In this case, though, he will be able to identify its gas first just from seeing the timing on this barracks alone. And because it's just finishing, he may even commit to running into the main. Let's see what he decides to do. He will go for it. Will not know this is a Marine. Whoa! TY just makes a factory right in his face.
And with the second gas, I guess this is going to be that Cyclone, Liberator kind of push with the tanks as well. And Trap should scout this. Not sure if he committed to the main to see both of the gases, but just seeing those buildings is really strange anyway.
It's pretty obvious to him, I'd say, at this point, what is coming next.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he's also going 2 gates here. back at home, we'll see this reactor. It's actually not even a tech lab coming up on this factory.
That Brook could have got away because the lift on the depot was a bit late, but Trap thought, you know, that it wouldn't be late, so he didn't commit to it.
To be honest, I almost feel like Trap was not even, he was probably like controlling that on the mini-map, not even assuming it was down because it's just his probe scout. Either way, you're absolutely right. Okay, look, he's going Reactor Barracks and Cyclone Tech Lab, and the Starport will just make straight Liberators off a naked port. So this is going to be pretty powerful. Obviously, this is not TY's style. You know, as we said earlier, this is something we never see him do. But on this very Protoss favored map, he is going to go for this tech build here, and he's so confident that he's not even going to show it, or excuse me, he's not even going to hide it from Trap. Trap is going to see it right away. He makes it the factory in the face of the probe. And let's see what Trap does here. I mean, obviously he could pylon the depot and poke with the mothership core, but I think the key is trying to hold this on this bridge because TY wants to reinforce the bridge because that's going to be the fastest way for him to get to Trap's Nexus. And with this many units, it's going to be tough to stop that. While even going for, he gets a siege tank to defend this, and he's going for a medevac first, so he's going to have healing power.
This is such a weird build, but I think it might work out. Trap finally committing to the pylon here, but pretty late, so it's not going to have full health. It's not going to delay it all that much. This probe is going to see that SCV. Very important scout here. It looks like Trap has added 2 pylons at the front, too. So,
yes,
it's going to be
push this
crucial
away.
in the defense.
Or rather, the Stalker pushes the SCV away. This pylon will go down. 2 Adepts on the way, that Robo coming up. And this is such a powerful push. I'm not sure if he'll be able to hold this. He's trying to get this pylon up. It's not ready at all. Medevac health here, really important. He needs to make sure he can keep it alive. He's microing the Marines individually in this medevac. He targets down the mothership core. That is so important right now. We cannot lose that. Most important unit here for the Protoss. There's the cancel. Now he needs the Prism right away, or else he will not be able to micro against the Cyclone. The Cyclone's already here. In fact, he switches the Prism into an Immortal. He wants to get an Immortal instead.
Kind of interesting, you know, especially against the Cyclone. You need that Prism, and the Immortal is not going to be all that good against this many Marines. Second and third pylons coming down now for Trap. He needs those in the defense, more overcharges.
He can't even overcharge this one. This base is lost. This pylon is not ready. If he's going to save the base, he needs to do it right now. It's too late. This pylon's going to go down here. No overcharges. He gets a nice cancel off there at the end of the day. However, he's going to lose his Nexus. A second Cyclone is here. He can even land the Viking for some more, or excuse me, lift the Viking for some more vision and some more poke, but he just wants the DPS on it for now. And the medevac does give high ground vision, without the Viking anyways.
Yeah, what about that Stalker warping in behind? That's kind of an interesting choice, a slow warp in.
He might just try to catch Marines on the bridge, but he's going to need more than 1 Stalker to do that. 4 probes do go down here. These Adepts need to be kept far away from that siege tank. He now has so much control of this location, he can start to pick off this Robo, but the Prism will get out first, it looks like. He does back off for the time being, drops the tank down. This Immortal taking so much damage. There's the Prism. Can finally start using that Liberator. Puts up the Liberation Zone. These Stalkers taking a lot of damage. It cannot be lost right now. And he's going to commit to this fight. I think an incorrect choice. Down goes the Mothership Core. I think that might just be game.
Mothership Core being lost is huge. At least he still does have that overcharge, but he doesn't really have much to deal with that tank. The Immortal is very, very low. Not sure. Nothing's being made of the robotics right now.
Now this pylon has 1 star credit. This pylon is going to unpower the gates. All of them are down, and that should realistically be the end of this game. GG! TY. Okay, TY has shown us a different build for every single game, with the exception of the games he played against Pet, where he did 2 Beyond builds back-to-back and crushed him, knocking him down to that loser's match that phase true. But besides that, he's shown us different mech styles in Terran versus Zerg. In the other matchup, he has shown us in this matchup versus Protoss different pushes, hidden third base timings, fake Cyclone push into a third base on Sejong. He has so many builds right now. He's stricken so many pros, including his teammate. He crushed 3-0. And already in this first game on Sejong, or excuse me, on Gettysburg, he's showing us something completely different as well. How many builds does this guy have?
Yeah, exactly like I said in the beginning of the day. I think TY is going to win this tournament just because of how practiced he is. You know, you can't make all these builds and prepare all these builds if you are not practicing them and, you know, preparing them for this matchup. So really, really strong play out of this guy. We'll see if he can continue with this momentum going into King Sejong Station, TY's map pick for game number 2.